Hello again. I am Bane, and I'm on another adventure. I'm headed to Maine with a few pit stops along the way. I don't have a set plan. Everything is extremely loose right now. I got a few ideas of things I want to do, and I'm trying to go around the weather. I am just getting started, and my plans have already changed. This should be a really fun trip. Bike or driving up to Maine, making a pit stop here shortly in Pennsylvania. I've got 3 more hours. I've been driving for about 5 hours. I got off work and split. I got about 3 hours left to get where I'm going, and we're gonna go look for some dang moose. I got some other stuff I want to do. I'll probably hit the Adirondack rail trail on my way back home, and I'm just winging it. Like I said, my plans are real loose. If you watched my South Dakota trip, this is basically the same thing, only in Maine with a lot less planning. Anyways, stick around and like and subscribe and follow along. We're doing this on the cheap, so basically all we're paying for is gas. That's the intention anyways. Alright folks, back at it. It's time to go. First gas stop. Well, I just rolled into New York State, folks. Yesterday, after leaving work, rolling out of Ohio into West Virginia, and then into Maryland, and then Pennsylvania. Biked the Pine Creek Rail Trail this morning. Not all of it. We just biked 20 miles through the gorge. Saw some bald eagles. It was really just a pit stop in between home and Massachusetts. I didn't want to drive the 12 hours straight to Massachusetts, so I kind of broke it up. Used to, I drove the entire way. Like, when I went to Colorado, I drove 19 hours straight to Colorado. And that's not super fun. So on the way to Western Massachusetts, Chicopee, Massachusetts, and I'm going to go hang out with Mark this evening. Mark's going to make me some cheeseburgers. I ain't saying no to some cheeseburgers. Roundabout. We're in the middle of nowhere, and there's a roundabout. So, it is Friday. The group ride is in Adams, Massachusetts. On Sunday, I'll probably be at Mark's place around 6 today. I don't have any plans for tomorrow specifically, so I got time today to figure out what I might want to do tomorrow. I can't sit around all day. We've got to go check out the local area. Maybe I'll bike, maybe I won't, I don't know. Anyways, on we go, folks. On we go. Oh, if we're keeping score, right now the only thing I've gotten is a tank of gas. And I don't remember what it was. Probably 50 bucks. It wasn't completely empty when I got gas. I stayed at the trailhead, so there was no money spent on rooms or anything. And so far, I'm only eating food that I brought with me. On we go. I forgot my water. So one of the main ways I go on these trips and save money is I don't buy food. I hit the grocery store before I ever leave the house. I usually carry a loaf of bread and some peanut butter, a case of water, other snacks too. I just stopped at a rest area and had lunch. I think I'm right now for this trip I'm at $56 in gas. Gas is high. I haven't seen it less than $4.50, but the gas is kind of the only thing I pay for. I stealth camp everywhere, so I don't pay for hotels. I don't pay for campsites. You can generally find a place to take a shower. I do have a YMCA membership, and you can access any of those. Now, I've not been on the East Coast in this area. I don't know. I assume there's Ys in the area, but there's other ways to get in a free shower as well. Maybe we'll go over some of those hypothetically. Yeah. Got about 2 hours left for the day. Rolling into wherever I'm going by 6 o'clock. I gotta stop and get gas again before I get there. It's 136 miles left for the day, and I'm rolling on 140 miles left on the tank. I never let it get below 50 miles. It just depends on where I'm at. I don't want to stop in any busy exits to get gas. I want to stop somewhere where I can get on and off really quickly and not fight with traffic. So you don't want to stop in like a big city to get gas if you can help it. Looks like the next big city I'm rolling through is Albany, New York. Well, that sucked.
Just thought we'd stop here. He does YouTube, and he likes cabooses.
So yeah, Baker's Chocolate is the oldest chocolate maker on the continent, Lower Milton Falls, Mass. And the lady with the tray, the logo, is the oldest registered trademark in America. And the original factory, which is now condominiums, has the oldest dam site in America. And right in front of the dam is the oldest bridge in America. In the case of this, you have to have national significance to be a landmark, number one. Just as an example, you heard of the Springfield Armory, right?
Yeah, we're from Chicopee, just north of Springfield.
Yeah. So George Washington picked that site for the armory and all that stuff. That's only a National Historic Site. It's not a landmark.
Oh, wow.
This is even higher than that. So they started surveying in 1835. That's real early. This was the first railroad in the world to go over a mountain. And the first railroad built through wilderness. This railroad was built in an attempt to reach the Erie Canal.
Oh.
Because that's where the action was at the time. It was still the canal age, it wasn't the railroad age. Just go back out the same way.
So this is a dinosaur footprint. This is the heel and then the toes, apparently. 250,000 years ago, somebody saw these dinosaurs and they decided to paint this picture. And you can still come here today and see the painting that they did. You can also see the footprints in the ground. Toes.
I'll take you some good footprints.
You gotta stick to the thing next to the sticker.
They're the only things that I've ever kept my hands dry in the rain.
I looked at it.
I wear a glove liner underneath. It's really for motorcycling, but I figure I'm wearing it today.
All right, we are done with the ride. We had 6 people show up, counting me, which is pretty good since it rained all day. I wouldn't have been shocked if nobody came. It didn't rain terrible. For a while, we just had a mist, but it's pretty cold. It's below 50. We are now currently at AJ's Trailside Pub. We're going to have something to eat before I move on to the Acadia National Park. The trail is really nice. It's well paved, it's well maintained. Slight incline from Adams heading south, and then downhill all the way back. Really beautiful trail. It's nicer than I expected. I would recommend checking it out. You guys want to watch me eat a cheeseburger? He knows quality content when he sees it.
West Virginia and all along the, the Beaver Trail and all that stuff. We like to try to get down that way, so watch this content. And it's quality content, right?
Let's get some Twinkie cake.
No. I can't believe it. 2 pieces of Twinkie cake. I don't know nothing.
Can't find. Don't mind him.
Don't mind him.
He's a world famous YouTuber.
She doesn't seem amused by the camera at all. All right, so on this edition of Who's Gonna Feed Bane is Olaf from Olaf Odyssey.
I'm going to retake that one.
Nope, it stays. Thank you, Olaf. We appreciate it.
You got a way of shaming people into it.
Well,
I feel like a sucker now. I got suckered into it.
I'm
I do have money if you need it.
It seems like it's working, and I'm going to continue to do so.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you very much. It's Sunday. We just did the group ride. I can't pronounce the name of the trail. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Here's the name. I'll just post it up here. You can pronounce it. It's Sunday. I rolled into Chicopee, Massachusetts Friday afternoon, and I hung out with Mark and his wife Denise at their place. They was very gracious hosts and invited me to stay at their home. Mark became the latest recipient winner of the Who's Going to Feed Bane Award on Saturday, or no, it was Friday. Friday and Saturday, Mark fed me. My professional frugalism continues. Olaf from Olaf Odyssey, that's his channel, he came as well. And what's funny is Olaf is from Charleston, West Virginia. So he drove 11 hours to come do this bike ride, and he lives an hour away from me. And not to be outdone, Olaf became the now current recipient and winner of the Who's Gonna Feed Maine Award at the restaurant we stopped at. I don't remember the name of it. It was right on the trail in town in Adams, and it was the old depot. We forced Olaf to have some cake, which he paid for. And yeah, now I'm headed to, I'm on my way to Maine, going to Acadia National Park. I'm trying to bounce around the weather. It was supposed to rain the entire time. Now it says Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will be clear. I'm going to get up there this evening. It's Sunday. We'll see what happens. I'm just rolling the dice. I was real tempted to just cancel my entire trip and go home after the group ride. But, you know, that's not how we roll. We're just going to deal with the weather and take it as it comes. Anyways, that's enough blabbing. That's a lot of blabbing. Thanks for sticking around. Like and subscribe, and on we go. Got my gloves up in the defroster trying to dry them. They got wet. My shoes are down in the floorboard, also trying to dry. We'll see how that goes. I got just over 5 hours now to get where I'm going. We're going to check out Acadia National Park. We're going to bike the Carriage roads, and we're going to bike the park loop road, and then we'll see what we're doing. It is raining all day, but we're gonna make do. I am driving around the Park Loop Road today. Really awesome area. Acadia National Park. Yeah, driving around the Park Loop today. I'm not sure what all I'm doing. It might stop raining this afternoon around 3 or 4. My intention is to bike around the loop tomorrow and maybe give the ground some time to dry up. It's not supposed to rain tomorrow. And then tomorrow's Tuesday. And then Wednesday, bike around the Carriage roads. And that might be it for Acadia as I head to a different spot. I got some ideas brewing. I came out this way with no real plans at all other than checking out the Carriage trails and Acadia Park. And I'm just winging it and letting things unfold as I go, kind of slightly planning on the way. On we go, folks. Man, I could be inside having a nice breakfast at some restaurant, dry, warm. Am I missing out? The view where I'm camping, probably. is Tuesday morning. The sun comes up here at like 5 o'clock. At 6 a.m. it's bright, 60 degrees. It looks like the middle of the day. Heading to the park, and I'm going to bike around the Park Loop Trail, or the Park Loop Road is the road. It's about 23 miles and probably 2,000 feet of elevation gain or more. Lots of cool stuff to check out. I drove around it yesterday in the rain. Today should be a way better view. Yeah. I have a plan set up for when I leave here, or at least my next step in the trip here. I'm going to go to Baxter State Park and Moosehead Lake, which is further north, and then west in Maine. We're going to look for some moose. I'll probably bike around the Carriage trails tomorrow, and then go look for moose. I just got done biking the Park Loop Road around Acadia National Park. It's early. It's Tuesday. It's 1 o'clock. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab something to eat and then bike the carriage roads. And then I'm going to head to, I think it's Baxter State Park up further north in Maine. I want to go find some moose. I don't know if I'll find any, but I was reading online that the Baxter State Park and Moosehead Lake are good places to find moose. And since it's early, what I was going to do is I was going to find something to do today, bike the carriage loops tomorrow, and then drive up to this park. But it's pretty early, so I'm going to go grab something to eat, and then I'm going to drive there. And that'll give me a day or two up in northern and western Maine to kind of sightsee, and I don't know if I'll get any biking in, but I might, and I'm going to look for some moose. A few folks have said I really need to get a lobster roll while I'm here. I didn't know what a lobster roll was, but it basically it's a sandwich with lobster meat. So I'm going to take an hour or so, have lunch. I'm going to get me a lobster roll, see how that works, and then go bike these trails. If I have time, I'm going to come to the YMCA here and get me a shower, and then head up the road. Follow along. There's nowhere to park, and I'm not sure if I'm in a legal spot. I don't plan on being here too long. It's probably a legal spot, but I didn't pay for a ticket or parking. So lobster rolls are apparently expensive. I hope I at least enjoy it. People just toss this lobster on these buns and eat them, huh? Not bad. Well, I hope you guys are happy. I'm in Maine and I had a lobster roll. It's not bad. I'll be honest. I could be fine if I never eat another lobster roll again. So there's two different kinds of lobster rolls. The Maine lobster roll is served cold. It's just lobster mixed in mayonnaise and on a bun, like a hot dog bun, a split top hot dog bun. And the Connecticut style is supposed to be served warm, basically smothered in butter, which is what I got, the Connecticut kind. I don't really like mayonnaise, so I'm out on the cold mayonnaise lobster. All right, I'm gonna go bike the carriage trails, get me a shower at the Y, and then head north. Here we go. Well, that is it for the carriage trails. I did the Park Loop Road and the carriage trails today. I had really good weather, and I thought I would just squeeze it in rather than waste all afternoon. Now I'm racing over to the YMCA at Bar Harbor to see if I can't get a shower. They're supposed to be open till 8 at 6:43. I also want to run down to the sand beach and get me some sand. Maybe I can get some sand in town, on the coast in town. That would save me probably 40 minutes of driving. I need to get me some sand from a little jar. Anyways, I'm in a hurry, so follow along, folks, follow along. The trip continues. Well, I just found out this YMCA in Bar Harbor does not accept the national YMCA memberships, and that if I want a shower, they gotta register me and take my picture like I was getting a membership. And it's $7. $7 for a shower? They must think I'm Scott, spending all kinds of money. The campground that I stayed at, they have 50-cent showers. So I'm going to hit the campground on the way out of here, get me a 50-cent shower. I need one. Yeah, I'm that cheap. If there wasn't people here, I'd shower in that thing. But there's still too many people here. Not bad. Well, I am headed deeper into Maine. We're looking for moose. I got me a 25-cent shower. I was ready to pay $1 for a shower against my better judgment, but 25 cents. That's a good deal. Saving money with Maine. Professional frugalism. Well, good morning. It was pretty late when I got where I'm at. It was dark. I couldn't see anything. I put Baxter State Park in the maps, and I headed that direction. And I'm getting eat up with mosquitoes. I came off some, I don't know, for about 10 miles. I came out some really, really rough road. I haven't had service in a while. And I found this campground in Baxter State Park. And I'm on this river. I couldn't see it much last night, but it's a massive flowing river. Looks like more falls over here on the other side of this island. That's an island. I drove in on this road, or a road like it, for 10 or 15 miles. I am about 5 miles south of Mount Katahdin, the north terminus of the Appalachian Trail. Just a coincidence. I don't think I've got deep into Baxter State Park. I'm on the south side of Baxter State Park. Very pretty. Not that you can tell from here. There's no service here. Google Maps is kind of showing up, but this road should go all the way to Moosehead Lake, which is where I'm trying to get to, I guess, today. It's only about 40 miles, I think. Probably, maybe more. I don't know if that's 40 miles by the road or 40 miles in a straight line. But probably gonna take a while to get there because I can't drive terribly fast on these beat up roads. Every once in a while there's a patch of pavement and I get excited. And then the pavement ends pretty quickly. Anyways, every time I get out of the car, I get eaten up with mosquitoes. They was pretty bad when I woke up, and then I stopped temporarily to try to send a satellite text message to let people know where I'm at. It's just brutal. Somebody's out here about to pass me up. Truck pulling kayaks. Or, yeah, not kayaks, but whitewater boats. I don't know what they're called. Alright, I'll probably stop here and there and toss the drone out or something. Stick around, folks. Mosquitoes out here are brutal. Brutal. It is nothing but miles and miles of deep forest and lakes around here. It's taken a couple of hours to go about 20 miles because of the condition of the road and me stopping. Really hoping to see some moose. Dawn and dusk is the best time to see any critters, I guess. Lots of lakes out here. Anyways, just probably spending the day driving through here. Maybe go explore the lake when I get down to Bullhead Lake or Moosehead Lake. The mosquitoes and gnats are absolutely brutal. Every time I stop the car and get out, they just swamp me. I've got out one of my buffs and my sun shirt so I can try to stay covered up when I get out of the car. I mean, it's bad. I don't know about mosquitoes. I should have brought my green shirt. Bees and stuff and bugs are attracted to yellow. And I hear green is not too bad. I'm not sure about black. Anyways, I'm just blabbing. I woke up this morning not having any idea where I was actually at. Driving into an unfamiliar area at night when you can't see, it's a little freaky. I knew I was parked near rushing water, but I couldn't see any further than my headlamp would let me see. I woke up this morning and got back on the Golden Road and started heading to Moosehead Lake. The mosquitoes and gnats are terrible. I've had to put on a sun shirt and a buff over my face anytime I stop to try to keep from getting eaten up. Probably some of the worst mosquitoes I've seen. But the area is gorgeous. Lots of streams and lakes. Still not seen any moose. And maybe I'm in the wrong area for moose. I don't really know. Could be the wrong time of day, but the miles pass slowly out here with this beat up road. $30 miles plus today of whatever road that was, and we have discovered pavement. Oh man, I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. I ate the cherry too soon. I've been out here since 5 o'clock. The best time to see moose and pretty much most critters, dawn and dusk. This is a spot that the local park says is good for moose watching. It's 6 o'clock now. I've been out here since 5. I haven't seen one critter, not even deer. And this is a big, massive open field. I've gone out in it over half a mile following the stream and haven't seen nothing. I gotta stay all covered up because the gnats are brutal. In the last 10 minutes or so, I've been hearing what sounds like a rock dropping in the water over and over, at least a handful of times, and I'm not sure what would be making the sound. Deer hunting, moose hunting, moose hunting. I don't know if I want to stay in this spot and look for moose again in the morning, or if I want to head off to my next spot. If I don't see any moose, I'm probably going to hang out here. I'd like to see some moose. There's a lot of game trails through here, and there's moose hoof prints. There's moose print tracks, but they don't look new necessarily. But I did see some fairly fresh moose poo. I wouldn't think me standing here would impact whether they come out or not. It's a big, huge field. And people park over here behind me to watch for moose. So I would think if the cars doesn't bother the moose, somebody standing here like an idiot wouldn't. I'll be really disappointed if I don't see a moose. So if I don't see one, I'll probably hang out here tonight and look in the morning. And then give it a go in the morning and then drive to my next spot. Normally what I do is I check out an area, I ride a trail or whatever I'm doing, and then that evening I drive to my next spot and find a place to sleep, usually right on the trailhead or wherever I'm going. But I can probably wing that tomorrow. I drove about 3 hours down the Gold Road, I think it was called, going from Baxter State Park to Moosehead Lake. The lady at the info said I was real brave for driving that this time of year, but I just didn't know I wasn't supposed to. It took me about 3 hours to go 30 miles. That's counting some stopping. But that whole area is supposed to be heavy with moose, and I took off at like probably 6:30 in the morning, and I didn't see any moose. I want to see some critters. Maybe I ran out all my luck yesterday filming the beaver. That's right, yesterday I saw a beaver and got footage. Rolling pretty cheap so far. I haven't spent any money on a place to stay yet. I spent 25 cents. I spent 25 cents on a shower. Not my first shower. People wonder if I'm washing my butt out here or not. I am. I did spend a lot of money on a lobster roll in Maine. I guess in Acadia, Bar Harbor. I don't know where the gnats went. They're not as bad right now. Spent $45 on a lobster roll. And other than that, I haven't spent any money on anything other than some deli meat. I spent about roughly $5 a sandwich on a real nice turkey and cheddar cheese sandwich. I already have the bread, and I'm not counting that into the cost. But I stopped by a deli here and there. I can get a half a pound of turkey and a quarter pound of cheese. It's under $10, and I can make 2 sandwiches with it. That's 2 meals, folks. 2 meals. Other than that, I'm eating food I drag along with me. Well, I'm up and moving. It's Thursday morning. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. It gets bright out here early. The sun comes up at like, I don't know, 4:45. The sun's up before 5. I stayed here in the area around Moosehead Lake, hoping to catch some moose this morning. They give out this list of places, like if you stop at the visitor center, they have a list printed out of places that are good for watching for moose. And the way it makes it sound is you're going to be tired of looking at moose. I spent 3 hours yesterday covering a lot of area with a drone and saw 1 moose. This morning, 0 moose. And I'm out at the time of year and the time of day you're supposed to see moose. Anyways, I'm up and moving. I'm headed towards New Hampshire to bike the Presidential Rail Trail that goes along the White Mountains. There's another trail that I'm contemplating doing on the way called the Kennebec Rail Trail. I'm not 100% sure if I want to do both trails or if I have Tom, but I don't know. I'm driving past the Kennebec on the way to the other trail, so I might see how it looks. It looks like it flows along a pretty neat river. Anyways, I'm up and moving. I can see the sun's out behind me at this point, but there's a chance of rain, and the skies are certainly showing it, and it's sprinkling, so we'll see what happens. Well, I just stopped and biked the Kennebec Valley Rail Trail. I started on the Bingham, Massachusetts side and biked down to the reservoir and dam. There's another section past the dam. I guess you get on the road and go to the other side, and I didn't feel like biking the entire trail. It's an ATV trail. You really should have bigger than 38mm tires. Kind of a pit stop on the trip. I thought, you know, I biked in Massachusetts, but that's the only rail trail I've hit in Massachusetts. So I thought, let's hit a rail trail before I head out of Massachusetts and into New Hampshire. I am now heading to New Hampshire and going to hit the Presidential Rail Trail, which rides along the bottom of the White Mountains, I believe, along the various president-named mountain peaks, I think. Anyways, I got my batteries and whatnot charging. I've tried to show on this trip a little bit more about how I pack my car and how I go back and forth. So traveling from one spot to the next, I got a converter I'm using to charge all my batteries. Works pretty good. I could use some more drone batteries. Yeah, Could always use some more drone batteries. But everything's working out okay. Anyways, on we go. Next stop, New Hampshire. Unless I stop for gas first. Bald eagle, oh man. I stopped to get this waterfall and there's a bald eagle. I'm gonna be biking in the dark today, folks. Oh man, I stopped to check out this waterfall as I drove across it. Bald eagle, baby. This is a big one too. I don't know what kind of footage I'm able to get, but I saw it. Man, what a trip. Man, I don't even know where I'm at. Route 43 maybe, I'm not sure. I have to look later and see where that waterfall was because I don't know. I was driving by and I just barely glanced the waterfall and stopped to check it out, and there was a bald eagle. Man, bald eagles get me excited. What a day. I'm listed as getting where I'm going at 1 o'clock. I probably won't get there at 1 o'clock. The goal is to bike one end of the trail and then head back. The rain is probably coming. Now we're in a hurry. I'm rolling through the west end of Maine, about ready to cross into New Hampshire. This area is beautiful. Definitely a nice drive. Even if you're not biking, this would be totally cool to drive through. It's gonna be a long day. I'm almost to the trail. If I'm lucky, I'll be out of the car and ready to go by 2 o'clock. It's 20 miles one way, with the high point being in the center of the trail. So about 10 miles up and then 10 miles down and then turn around and do it again. Welcome to New Hampshire. Very similar to the depot I saw in, I don't know, Greenville. I haven't seen too many of these. It's a snow plow. This side has the edge out. They extend the side out like this to blow the snow out of the way. Pretty neat. Snow plow. That's a unique looking caboose. Something looks different about it. I believe this is Gorham, New Hampshire. I just crossed into New Hampshire. I'm just a couple miles from the trailhead, but I saw this locomotive as I was driving by. I had to stop. I'm in a bit of a hurry. I'm definitely running out of daylight. It's 1:22 now. It takes me a little while to get ready and get going. It's 20 miles one direction up over a railroad grade. If I just went out and biked it, it wouldn't take that long and I could get it done. But I video, and that takes a while. And I'm heading east to west, and right now there's a pretty good headwind blowing west to east. So I'm going to bike uphill for 10 miles with a headwind, and then downhill with a headwind, and then turn around and bike 10 miles up with a tailwind, 10 miles down with a tailwind. My goal is to try to get all my filming done on the way out and then book it back as quick as possible. There's a chance of rain, and I'm guessing this wind is what's blowing the rain in. This is in the White Mountains National Forest, so I don't know what kind of impact the mountains will make on the weather moving through, but we're gonna bike it. I thought about waiting until tomorrow instead of rushing, but tomorrow it's supposed to rain all day, and I don't want to ride through here with it all foggy and misty. So let's get to this trail and ride it. Follow along, folks. That is a big black bear. That is a big bear. Well, let's be stupid about this. No, y'all, disappointed you didn't get to watch me shower again. But this shower cost me a whole $1. I ain't got time to be videoing. Well, I am up and moving. Another successful night of sleeping. I'm still in the Gorham, New Hampshire area, and today we're going to drive through the White Mountains National Park, a few roads that basically loop around them. If it doesn't rain and ruin the view, it should be outstanding. So stick around. And then we're going to head to Vermont. Probably the, what is it, the Island Line Trail? I can't remember what it's called. We're going to gas up and then hit these mountains. So hang out, check out the view. Not bad, Brian. It's a myth, people. It's a myth. exactly sure what's up here, but I saw this as I was driving by. I did a U-turn. The train station back there, the depot. And I saw this. I'm guessing they probably do scenic train rides down here. Look at this, a working switch. Maine Central. Look at that. I wasn't thinking about it. Saw some railroad spikes over here, but to be honest, I got so many railroad spikes I don't remember where they came from. I need to come up with a way of identifying them. I need y'all to know that where I'm headed, it's going to rain. And if I just got there and rode the trail, I could probably get it done before it rained. And I'm out here lollygagging anyways. It's like I think the handle that you use to pull the switch from one track to the next is back there. And I could probably get it, but I don't want to wrestle with it. It's just laying there, but it's underneath one of the cross ties or something. I can't believe nobody's not taking it yet. I'm real tempted. For my collection, you know, to keep it for integrity. Oh, man. Well, on we go, folks. On we go. It's gonna take me longer getting up this highway than I would have guessed. Lots of lollygagging and stuff to see. Hat always looking funny in these video reflections. While I wait for my time lapse to run. that is it for the White Mountains and the Kancamagus Highway. A few people have been posting about biking it, and I thought about biking it, but I don't have the time, and to be honest, it's not that steep. I don't know why they're whining. They have this locomotive painted up real nice, but this is another one of the locomotives that would have been used indoors. It doesn't have a place to shovel coal to burn. It has a tanker, and they filled that tanker up with steam, and they would be able to power the locomotive with the steam they pumped in, so that it could go in and out of buildings where there would have been a lot of flammable things, like a lot of flammable gases indoors. So they used these type of locomotives to be able to go in and out without having an open flame. I don't know that it would have been used to haul logs over the mountain, because I don't know how much the steam that they pumped in, how long that would last going over the mountain. Anyways, I don't think the no trespassing signs means me. This is free advertisement, folks. They got 3 cabooses. Pretty nice shape. Looks like they might be B&Bs or something they rent out. This is Lincoln, I think, on the other side of the highway I just came off of. Man, if I put more effort into this. Anyways, let's go inside. I don't know if we can. The back door didn't work. I should have had my camera on. The lady looked quite confused when she saw me out there, questioning what I was doing. Anyways, let's go in the front door.
Yeah, you can either paddle or you can use your paddle assist. Okay?
This is a rail cart pedal place. They might do scenic train tours. Should have my camera on. She wasn't super friendly, but not necessarily rude. But what do you expect when you're trespassing? Oh man. This is the Cafe Lafayette dinner train. Apparently you take a train ride and you can have dinner on the train. So, might be for another trip. I just noticed it as I drove by and stopped to check it out. I need more time. I am now heading to Burlington, Vermont to try and bike the Island Line Rail Trail, I think it's called. Island Line Trail. It might not be a rail trail. It might not be a rail trail. I'm probably naming it wrong. It's Island something. It's the one where they have a path going out into the middle of the lake for 3 miles. I'm going to hit that in Vermont and then head to the Adirondacks for the Adirondack Rail Trail. Weather looks good currently, but it's supposed to be raining when I get up into Vermont. The elevation above sea level is certainly a lot lower on this side of the U.S., but the actual elevation gain from the bottom of these mountains to the top is pretty much the same. covered bridge. Originally built in 1849. This was restored in 1998. You can see this is an original wood surface bridge. I've talked about these bridges before. These were not built for aesthetics. These bridges were built out of wood, and they enclosed them like this to protect the bridge from the weather, just like you would the floor in your house. If you had a house and you had no roof, the floor would rot pretty quickly. So they cover these up to protect the surface of the bridge, to keep them from rotting. 1849, redone in 1998. Caboose. Check out this depot. I've never seen one like this. Vermont. First time in Vermont. Whoa! Ah! I can hardly get my jacket on. Maybe I should stop filming. Tweet, tweet, tweet. I know I'm super cheap. I don't like buying food. I know Five Guys is expensive. But I earned this after this dang storm trip. It's been threatening me with rain the entire week. Today it caught up to me. Who wants to sponsor my cheeseburger? Don't you think I deserve a cheeseburger? Hit the super like button. Cheeseburger. Fries. Even got a drink. Well, it's dark, can't see anything, but we're crossing over the lake into New York. Oh man, I'm tired. Welcome to New York. Good morning. It's raining again. Still. Well, it's Saturday morning, I think. I'm still heading to the Adirondacks. Well, I'm in the Adirondacks, according to the sign that I passed last night. I still have 60 miles to go. I was pretty tired last night, and I couldn't see anywhere that I was driving through, and I wanted to see what the Adirondacks that I was driving through looked like, so I stopped here. I was pretty tired. I slept in today. It's 8 o'clock. I think I had my alarm set for 7:30. I hadn't been sleeping too much the few nights before. Too much to do, getting in too late. Anyways, the intention is to ride the Adirondack Rail Trail. It's 34 miles. I'll be honest, with as slow as I am filming, I don't know if I can do the entire trail. For some reason, I was thinking it was paved, and you know, you move pretty good on a paved trail. But it's not paved, it's crushed stone, and it's raining, so that'll slow the momentum down a bit, and it'll be filthy. I have fenders, that helps, but I'm blabbing. The trail is 34 miles. I don't know if I want to try to do it all in one day. A lot of the things I've been doing are out and back, and I film on the way one direction and then just make my way back as quick as I can. So that's what I'm thinking. Anyways, it's also still raining, which means it'll be hard to see a lot of stuff. I don't know. It's supposed to quit raining, and it might not be raining where I'm going. I mean, I got 60 miles left to go, so let's get there. Trip. I think the Adirondack Trail is a good way to end my trip, and I got 12 hours to make it home, 800 miles. I contemplated making a pit stop on the way home and riding another trail, but I don't know that I want to do that, you know, kind of break the drive up. I think it's 8:07 p.m. I think I'm going to drive as much as I can this evening, and either drive all the way home or stop somewhere and get some sleep on the way. Either way, that'll get me home on Sunday, tomorrow, with some time to recoup before I get back into the work day. I can't see. Alright, on we go. Next stop, probably some dang gas. Well, I'm still on the way home. I think I'm halfway. I got 409 miles left. 6 hours. It is 3 o'clock in the morning. It's pretty been... I'm exhausted, and I'm half doing this just to wake myself up. I'm on the caffeine this evening, but there's a limit on how much that helps. Anyways, my attempt is to make it home in one run without stopping. It's been quite a while since I've had a drive all night session, and this is of course after sleeping in the car for over a week and biking 70 miles today. Anyways, this is a really fun trip. If you're seeing this, then all the videos of my rides have already been released. Most likely, if you're watching this, you watch all my stuff anyways. And I don't know how many of y'all actually watch all of these. I like doing them. I don't know if it's noticeable or not, but I've tried to change this up a little bit. I'm trying to add more of what I'm doing in the trip. Sleeping in the car and eating out of the car. Folks, I catch a lot of grief because I don't get hotels and I'm happy eating peanut butter sandwiches. Would I like to have cheeseburgers every day? Yep. But it's not really reasonable for me to spend that kind of money on food and hotels. What's kind of funny, right now the gas is up really high. It's like $4.80. And the same folks giving me grief because I eat peanut butter sandwiches and sleep in my car to save money are saying they won't go on any trips because of the price of gas. You could double the price of gas and it's still not going to cost as much as getting a hotel for a week or eating out every day. Anyways, I am definitely blabbing here, and yeah, it is what it is. I had not been to Maine. I wanted to go to Maine. I want to go back to Maine and actually bike tour through the northern and western end of the state. I touched on it a little bit on this trip. I touched on it enough to know that I'd like to go actually do it. Let's see. I kind of hit most of the New England states. I use stopping in each one of the states as a way to shorten the trip. Basically what I do is I drive to a place I want to check out, a bike trail. I bike the trail, and then I get back in the car and I drive to the next place that I want to bike that evening, sleep in the car at the trailhead or somewhere nearby, and then rinse and repeat. I'll ride the trail and then take off. So when I left Maine, I went to the Presidential Rail Trail in New Hampshire. I rode that, and then I drove to Vermont. Well, yeah. I'm tired, and I'm already forgetting what I did. Anyways, for you Karens that might be watching this that's going to be offended, let's just say hypothetically, I don't pay for things. Hypothetically, maybe I'll park somewhere in a campground after hours and then leave before they open and not pay nothing. Again, maybe this is hypothetical, maybe it's for dramatic effect. Before you think that I'm going to be upset if you are upset that I don't pay, I don't think any veteran, much less disabled veteran, should have to pay to stay in a state or federal campground. Point blank. And I'm probably not going to. Mainly, I'm just parking somewhere and sleeping. I didn't set up a tent this entire time. I didn't set up my hammock. I slept in my car the entire time. One of the things about campsites, they're fairly safe to park in. You don't have to worry about, like, having someone find you out, you know, on a isolated road or something, and then having to deal with, like, local drunks or some crap. You can park in the campground and then go and, like, if you're parked in a campground, especially with a bike strapped to your car or something, nobody's going to question why you're there, especially if you get there after hours and leave in the morning. Let's see, what was I going to say? There's a lot of blabbing. I ain't using any of this, probably. Oh, if you are going to attempt, this is hypothetical, folks. This is all for entertainment. I'm not suggesting anybody do this, but if a person was going to try to stealth camp in their car at a campground, you got to go after business hours, leave in the morning before business hours. You want to go somewhere where there's actually people camping. If nobody's at the campground and you happen to be there, you're going to stand out like a sore thumb. If you sleep in your car and you don't get out with a tent or anything, you can park beside or around other people, and they're just going to assume that you're, you know, a guest, or that's you at the campsite. I'm not using any of this. Oh man. Alright, folks. This was my trip to the New England area of the United States. I haven't been there. So this was my trip to the New England states in northeastern United States. I had not been there before, and I wanted to go check it out. One of my favorite places in West Virginia is the Cranberry Wilderness in the Monongahela Forest, and it doesn't look like anything else in West Virginia, and it actually looks, it's the same type of stuff you're going to see in the New England states as far as vegetation is concerned. So it's kind of neat to go to such a large area, because basically all of New England is like that. Anyways, if you're watching, thanks, I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed and liked the video, I don't know why you'd be listening to this at this point and have not done it. If you want to hit this, if you're tired of me eating peanut butter sandwiches and you want to, what's the term? And you want to sponsor a cheeseburger, hit the super like button. Let me know, hey, get yourself a cheeseburger. I don't know what my next trip is. I know in July is Ragbri. I don't know how I feel about it, but we're doing Ragbri. I'll be doing something else prior to Ragbri, but I don't know what. Anyways, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Until next time, follow along. Yesterday, it's 9:11 a.m. on Sunday morning. I took off yesterday at 8 p.m., about 8 p.m., give or take, after biking 70 miles. I did stop for about an hour. I needed a quick power nap, but I'm good to go at this point. Thanks for watching. Until next time, follow along. quality content.
Like and subscribe.
Maine is the most awesome dude ever.